All right. Hey, this is Phil Lilley, Lilley's Landing Resort and Marina on Lake Taneycomo. Jack and I are going to do one cast today. It is Sunday the 25th of April. They have bumped up the generation from 1 to, well, really a half to 1. Now it's a little below 3 units. Beaver came up. Table Rock's come up a little bit after the rain we got. And I'm going to go ahead and cast here because I really like this water. I am just below Fall Creek Marina. I'm throwing an 1/8 ounce olive and ginger jig. It's a brown head, 4-pound line. I thought I'd just work this bluff bank. Since it's in the evening and it's already in the shade, the wind's died down. No fish on the first cast. Actually, I just got a bite. Something nipped at it on the way in. Huh. What do you see, Jack? We got some more rain coming in Wednesday. It's kind of confusing how much we're supposed to get. One forecast said we're going to get quite a bit. And the other says a percentage. Oh, it's a deer. That's what you see. Several deer up there. See him going up the... You probably can't see him, it's too far away. Fishing today has been pretty good. Saw a lot of fish brought in this morning and this afternoon. Blake took some friends of mine fishing this morning. They went up in Turkey Creek and they fished a pink worm under a float, and then they fished it's kind of a chenille little small jig that Darren ties under a float. And they said they probably caught 30 or 40 rainbows apiece. Now, nothing very big, they said, mostly just stalkers. So the creek was full of them. They did try it out at the fish house and up in Rourke Creek and didn't do as well. I fished this bluff bank here a couple of weeks ago with a white jig and did pretty good. I got a buoy here that's gotten away from Fall Creek. Floated down here and is stuck. That's what's making all the noise. I need to pull that thing back up there. Maybe they've tried, but it's be a little tough. Sold a lot of minnows today, and the guys said they were starting to catch them drifting down in our area of the lake on down through Cooper. That's a good sign. I was planning on fishing a mop fly under a float up in the trophy area this evening. Had several of my guides tell me they really caught fish over the weekend really good from lookout down using a white and I think a pink. Oh, I just lost the jig. When a mop fly is just a big, or mega fly, mop fly, same thing. It's a, I'm going to use a 1/16 ounce white. It's a big yarn fly on a jig head. Fished 6 foot deep. They said they were floating right down the middle. And did really good. Caught some nice fish. But that was when they were running that half unit. That was the bottom. So when they bumped it up to 3, I didn't want to try that. Did have somebody ask me how to set up a jig and float. It's pretty basic. We use a carrot float, which you can use any kind of float, but something that of course that you're able to cast, heavy enough to cast and big enough to float whatever you got underneath. And we just peg it at the depth that we want, and then we tie the jig or the jig with the pink worm or whatever on the end of the line. It's not that hard. Pretty simple. And I would have demonstrated that tonight, but oh, I just had a fish follow me up. I'll work a little faster, see if they want to chase. We have some weighted floats, and then we have these just hard foam carrot floats that we use and carry. Then we have floats that we use on a fly rod. I think they're called thingamabobbers, and then we've got some, there's a fish. And we got some new ones that Blake really likes. He came off as a little one. They've got a screw top, and that's how you attach the float to the line, and I guess it's real easy to adjust, and it stays on the line real well. We really have been trying to mix up the videos that we've been doing, going different places, doing different things. Of course, we like to jig fish. That's our favorite way to fish. Usually that's the best way to catch fish, but sometimes not. I took some friends out Saturday morning. We fished all morning, and we drifted night crawlers up in this area below Fall Creek down to my place. I actually did the best, caught the most fish from Trout Hollow down to my place, and using just 4-pound line, a split shot, and a number 8 short bronze hook. And we did the best. I've figured out, I don't use night crawlers a lot, except when I take the grandkids out. But I figured out that I was using really a third of a night crawler instead of a half, a shorter night crawler, and they were hooking more fish. They weren't what we call swing and a miss, fishing a lot. Did a lot better hooking the fish, and when they hooked them, they were just getting that hook right in the skin part of their nose. Just barely hooking them. Wind is kicking up a little bit. Oh, I don't think that was a fish. I think it's somebody's fishing line that got stuck in there. Kind of looked like it. Boy. A little difficult when that wind's blowing right down the bluff. Really, a 16th ounce is too light for this kind of water. I'm having to wait a long time for it to sink. So I've got another jig on here. I've got a black and yellow 1/8 ounce. Everything else is broke off. Got a black and yellow 1/8 ounce. Something I can get down with. Just don't know if they're going to like the color. tree right there. I don't want to lose my last jig. A little bit of moss in the lake right now. I'm gonna go down just a little bit further and call it an evening. Here I came down and I'm in this really nice eddy, and this is where I was going to finish, and now I've got a big wind just killing me. Come on, lay down just for a second. Black and yellow is a great color sometimes. I really like to use it under a jig and float a lot. Works really good and small. 100th ounce. I'm gonna fish it down to the waterfall. Oh, got a bunch of moss. And there is the waterfall. Okay, we'll try to come up with something else tomorrow. Show you a little bit more of maybe how to catch fish on Taneycomo. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again tomorrow.